Hey there everyone, it's Rude Onion once again, and today I'm bringing you something that's I could consider to be a more serious commentary. Not in a bad way. It's not like these are my thoughts about Smoke Bomb, or these are my thoughts about clans, or these are my thoughts about whatever. This is not in that sense a serious but it is a serious commentary in that I have a point. I have a purpose, which is different from what I usually do. I usually do not have a purpose. I usually do not have an overreaching point. This time I do, and it's a commentary to help commentators. It's, say you're starting out, you got maybe 10, 20 subscribers, you're starting out, you want to get noticed, you've been watching all the big channels, you've been watching, Escoblaze, you've been watching Loomer, you've been watching Rude Onion. This is what I'm going to consider my way of kind of helping people, and by no means do I have a huge channel, contrary to popular belief, but I'm nearing 1,000 subs. I'm getting closer to that goal every single day, and I thought maybe this could be a way for me to kind of give back a little bit to the people who have helped me. And well, my sharpshooter code giveaway was pretty much for everyone, as long as you played the game, This time it's going to be for people who are starting their own channels. Like I said before, maybe you have 10 subs, maybe you have 20, maybe you have 50, but you're still kind of hoping to get bigger. I mean, you still want to have your channel grow, reach maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, which is great. And I'm not claiming to know everything. This is kind of my disclaimer. You don't have to listen to my advice. You don't have to take any of my tips to heart if you don't want to. This is just some advice that I think is good, that I'm trying to take myself, and that I'd like to kind of pass on to people who are starting out. And I'm actually going to help those people out a little bit more, but I'm going to wait till the end of the video to let you know about that. So just hold on. All right, hold on. For now, I'm going to bring you my 6 easy tips and tricks for improving your commentary, for getting your name out there a little bit. The first tip is going to be pretty obvious. You have to be willing to work. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, well, you're probably lazy, you don't want to do work or anything like that, and I'm not saying I work on mine like 24/7, because I have to actually have a job that brings in money. And I'm not partnered or anything like that, so I am technically with Gamers Beverage, but that's separate from what I'm talking about right now. Like, I'm talking about like full-time partnership, complete partnership, which I don't have. So you have to be willing to put in, well, you do have to anyway. I mean, I'd probably say, in a way, the more subscribers you have, the more you want to be working on this. I mean, you want to work hard to bring in new subscribers, but you also want to please the ones that you have. You don't want to lose them. Which is why I say, you have to really be willing to work. I probably put, let's see, I guess you could consider me a little bit lazy. I don't tend to do my comms over and over until I get it just right. I kind of tend to go with what I have. It's kind of what I feel adds a little bit of uniqueness, I think, to my videos. A little bit. I don't mean that like in a cocky way or anything like that. But very rarely do I go over any commentary ever again. If I mess up, I mess up. I think it kind of has more of a human feel to it, I think. I don't know. Maybe. You guys have to let me know, because I really don't know. But that's not my point. My point is that I probably put, apart from that, putting together a video for me does not take that long, because I just kind of hook, the commentary up with the video. I make sure everything is synced up the way it should be. Add in title card, or my intro, add in some text and stuff like that, and little fade in, fade outs, that sort of thing. Any little details. That might take like half an hour for me to do. Rendering a regular match would probably takes me between 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how long the video is. And if it's something complicated, like having a sub clip in in the picture or something like that, might take a little bit longer. Of course, if the video's longer, oh my god, like my Dead Space 3 demo that I did recently, I let that render while I was gone somewhere. I don't know how long that took, but uploading it took 3.5 to 4 hours, if not more. I mean, that takes a lot of time, and all of that kind of together takes a lot of work. So that's why I'm saying, you have to be willing to work. Don't expect to just, have everyone instantly fall in love with your channel on the first 2 videos you post, because that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Which brings me to my second point, which is you will not be famous in a day. Like I said, don't expect your first 2 videos to make you super awesome and the whole community is just gonna fall in love with your beautiful voice and your amazing editor skills. You're not going to be famous in a day. You're not going to reach 5,000 subs in a couple months. It's not going to happen. Not until you've been working, you've been paying your dues. I haven't gotten that far yet. I haven't actually been recording for that long. I think I started pretty much this last summer, spring, summer-ish. With only a few subs, like friends, I mean, like personal friends, that sort of. I guess there's not a whole lot to add to that point. I'm pretty sure most of you who are listening, who feel that you might want to take some of my advice to heart, already know this, and understand this. But for the few out there who think that, oh, well, I'm special, I'm unique, I'm God's little gift to the Assassin's Creed community, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're not special. You're not that special. I don't mean it in a mean way, and I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but the community is growing, especially with AC3. It's been growing, ever since it started, of course, but with the inclusion of multiplayer, it's grown more, and now this is, AC3 is the 3rd installment of the multiplayer ever since Brotherhood. There's Brotherhood Revelations, there's AC3, there's more people than ever right now playing the multiplayer, and that means that there's more people than ever recording and building their channels. And if you just come in thinking right away, well, I'm special, I'm just, I bet nobody's ever thought of commentating over their gameplay before, well, yeah, that's been done. And I will touch on that again in a little bit, but for right now I'm going to go forward onto easy tip number 3, which is do not be afraid to ask other commentators for help and advice. Now, not everyone is going to have the time to respond to each and every note, to each and every message or personal message. Obviously, somebody with a bigger channel isn't going to have probably as much time to get to everyone who writes them in. But there are certain people, certain commentators out there, or YouTubers, I guess if you want to say that, who are more willing to help new players. I could list a few of them. I'll probably put them in the description, so be sure to check that out. But there's plenty of people who are willing to help. All you have to do is you probably, if you're intent on building your channel, there's probably a number of commentators that you watch anyway, including me. Thank you. I am always willing to help new people. I've had a lot of people send me messages, like, take a look at my intro, what do you think? Or take a look at my channel. And I can separate the spam from the people who are genuinely looking for help, for advice, for me to actually take a look at their channel. I do have a couple of people who just write in like, oh, hey, like my channel so I get more views, or like my video and I'll get more views. No. I mean, maybe I'll watch it, maybe I'll like it if it's good, but I don't really appreciate that kind of, I say, like, bluntness, I guess. If you want to ask me for advice and everything, that's fine, but I'm not in the business of advertising other people on my channel unless it's something that I'm specifically doing. One of the things that I do, if you didn't already know, is that on all of my Assassin's Creed videos, you are allowed to post your own videos as a video response to mine, so long as it's Assassin's Creed related. It can be from the single player if you want. Most of them are probably going to be from multiplayer. It can be a montage, it can be commentary, it could be a glitch, it could be a video praising my incredible awesome. That would be good. But I take all those videos too, and in addition to being labeled as video responses, which means other people can see them below my video, is that all of them have the opportunity to be listed as a guest clip on my commentaries. And that's something I do kind of pretty much for my AC commentaries only, is that in the top right corner of the video I post what's an annotation to guest clip, and that's going to be to whatever clip I thought was pretty cool. And like I said, it can be any of those things. It can be from a large YouTuber, from somebody with 5 subs or less. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just something I thought was cool. That's something that I like to do to help people, but I also, answer people's questions that they send in. Do not spam yourself to, other people who are willing to help you. Don't post on, Shenmue's videos in the comments section. Oh my god, my channel is so awesome. You guys all need to look at it and like and subscribe, and I'm just the shit. That's probably going to get labeled as spam. I will probably be the one labeling it as spam, truth be told. So, don't do that. That's just going to give yourself kind of a bad rep. It will. I mean, yeah, the Assassin's Creed community is growing, but the amount, compared to other franchises like Call of Duty or Halo or something, the amount of YouTubers that have reached kind of a certain amount of subs, I guess I want to say, is still pretty small. I mean, on Call of Duty, there can be any number of people who are hugely popular, but on Assassin's Creed, it is a smaller community, of course. And sorry if I'm talking a little bit too fast. I'm not trying to. I don't have anything I'm reading off. I'm just going off the top of my head, pretty much unplanned, except for my list of points, tips that I wrote down. So, just, I don't remember what I was going off on, but, don't spam yourself. Don't send tons of messages to, I don't know, whoever, to Esco, just spamming your channel, being like, oh my god, I'm so awesome, you gotta check me out and like my videos, because then everyone will see them. I mean, you can get good attention simply by making good videos. Which leads me to point number 4. You can tell all of these are just laid out in exactly the right order, by the way. I did not just write them down as they came to me. Yes, I did. Number 4, which is you do not have to provide commentary. Commentary, I think, is fun. I enjoy doing it. I didn't always enjoy doing it. When I first started out, I was very shy. I didn't feel that I had a very good speaking voice. I wasn't shy to talk, like in school and stuff when you did speeches and stuff. I was nervous about giving my speech, sure, but talking in front of people wasn't the problem. I never had like a stuttering issue. Well, I guess when I was little, I had to go to a speech therapist for my R's. I could not say R. I would say and not park, I would say park. But, that was just when I was a little kid. A lot of kids had that problem. I just had to go to a speech therapist. They cleared it up. As you can probably tell now, I love to talk, unfortunately. I love to talk. In some instances where I don't know a lot of people, I am very shy, I'm very quiet. But once I know somebody, I feel like I know you guys now. That's kind of what helped me come out of my shell. When I first started, I was so embarrassed. I was like, well, nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen to me talk. I'm not a super amazing player who can just show their videos without any commentary and nobody cares because it's just awesome gameplay. I mean, I'm not like that. But that was okay. I realized after a while I had a lot of people posting on my video saying, dude, you sound fine. Your voice sounds nice. We like listening to you talk. You're very random, which is fun, in the fun way, not in the like weird kind of mental way. I mean, I kind of ended up finding my own thing that I like to do, which is just commentaries that are totally unplanned. Whether that's good or not is up to you guys to decide. But the thing is that you do not have to. Don't feel like you're ever forced to include commentary. And if I can, I'm just going to mention, if I may, a friend of mine, Lena, who does not post commentary. As far as I know, she never posted commentary for any of her videos. But her videos are so much fun, especially those Booster Buster ones that she did in Assassin's Creed Revelations. And you know, she has a lot of people. She has a she has a large she has a say she has a very large she has a large good sized channel, and a lot of it is due to those videos, which are very unique. You don't see a lot of videos like that, and it's just something that she kind of found her niche, you know. And I don't feel like there's anything saying, you know, she has to do commentary or anything like that. You know, maybe she doesn't feel comfortable. Maybe she just doesn't like. Just she doesn't feel like she's comfortable with the way she sounds, or maybe she does and she just doesn't feel like doing it. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter if that's something that you want to do or not. But that is going to bring me up to number 5, which is be unique in some way. I mean, variety is the spice of life, you know, as corny as that is. I probably shouldn't have said that now because, yeah, that was really corny. But, you know, and I'm not saying there's anything hugely unique about my videos. I mean, like I said, these are tips and advice that I'm trying to go by too. But that I felt were good to pass on, whether I've mastered, you know, the tip or piece of advice or not. I feel like I do what I like to call douchebag comment or douchebag montages, which is probably not everyone's cup of tea. You know, maybe there's a lot of people think they're funny and they like them, and there are people who probably think, well, you know, you're just kind of being a dick, you know. There's nothing wrong with the way these people play, you know. That's fine, you know. They don't have to like it. They certainly don't have to watch it. But it's not something that I see a lot, you know, throughout the community. I don't see a whole lot of other people doing something like that. So, you know, I enjoy doing those. I know my commentaries aren't terribly original. My gameplay is not terribly original. But that's something that I feel like I'm working on, is something like that. And so I would encourage you, you don't have to do anything outrageous. I mean, I don't have like mad Vegas editing skills, you know, I don't. I barely know the basics as it is. But, you know, if you can find something a little unique, something that gives your, whether you're doing commentaries or montages or whatever, a little unique flavor, maybe there's a special theme to all your stuff, you know, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you, you know, but it's just being unique, I think, or finding something unique about your videos will definitely help bring positive attention to your channel. And I think I'm done talking about being unique. Number 6, my final tip, unless I come up with another one spur of the moment, is be friendly and be interactive with your subs. I guess I have a note, do not spam. I kind of talked about that. I ended up talking about that earlier. But you definitely want to be friendly to people who are subscribed to you. People, as you know, as your channel grows, you'll get more and more comments. You'll get some probably crappy douchebaggy comments, but you'll mostly get comments from people who like your stuff, you know, who are saying, oh, this is really cool, or, you know, that move at, you know, 10:53 was just sick, you know, that was awesome. You know, I'm not saying you have to, you know, dish out tons and tons of time to everyone, but I mean, all of us are busy. We all probably, most of us at least, have jobs. A lot of us probably have school, you know, you have other obligations with family and friends. But if you can, take at least a little bit of time to reply to those comments and being like, oh, thanks, yeah, you know, I didn't think it was going to work, but I ended up going for it, you know, and it paid off. Or, you know, if somebody says, oh, I love your intro, that's awesome, you know, where'd you get those clips or something? You know, engage your audience. If you never reply to anybody ever, you're just going to come off, whether it's true or not, you're just going to come off as kind of a dick who, you know, wants to get all their subs and wants to get their videos out there, and maybe they're partnered and they're making a little bit of money from these views. But in the end, you know, they really don't care about, you know, entertaining their audience, or they really don't care about being friendly to people. And I'm not saying, again, you have to be, you know, the most popular socialite in the room, but like, you have to give a little bit. I mean, people are coming to see your channels. Don't be a I don't know. Don't I just suggest, you know, interacting with your subs. That doesn't mean necessarily that you have to do like an open lobby. It doesn't mean that you have to do live streaming if it's not something you're comfortable with. I have yet to do either one of those. I'm tempted. I will say that I am tempted to do both, actually. But you know, I definitely do like replying. I love getting comments. Don't tell anybody, but I actually like getting them more than subs. Shh, shh, shh. I just like seeing it, like when it comes up as a notification on my phone. It's like, oh, so-and-so said something about your video. I'm like, oh, I'm really excited. I want to see what they think. Whereas it's a sub, great. I love getting subs. Like I said, I'm really hoping to hit 1,000 here pretty soon. I have a great plan in mind for 1,000 sub special, but I'm not telling you all yet because it's a secret. So shush, don't ask. Stop leaving that comment asking. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to tell you yet. But that's just something I suggest. I mean, some of the people out there who are really popular. I'm going to use another example, which is Angie, Subject 17, she's always been really, really nice about kind of engaging her audience. Well, she did the subscriber challenge, which of course is, audience engaging. It's interactive just by its very definition. But also, lots of people leave comments on her videos, both on her channel and on Machinima. And well, she can't always respond to each one, and she replies a lot. And she has about one of the biggest Assassin's Creed channels on YouTube. So that's really important. So it's not just me saying that. I'm sure, I'm sure that's not just me saying that. And you'll notice other, large Assassin's Creed YouTubers as well will often engage their audience, talk to their audience. That's important. It really is. Don't come across as stuck. I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like you're too good for the rest of your audience. So. Definitely do that. Of course, there's a limit. Like I said, don't go crazy. You don't have to go crazy. You're not expected to. You're not expected to, everyone suggesting, 8 different games. I'm not saying that you need to go out and buy every single one, in order to make your subscriber base happy. But, I'm saying, reply to some comments. Maybe if somebody is asking you in a PM, well, how did you make your intro? Or, how did you find some royalty-free music? Or, how did you, I don't know, or asking about your gameplay, well, do you have any tips for Assassinator? Do you have, any advice I could follow for staying low profile in deathmatch? I mean, that's the thing. Give out a little bit of advice if you can, or direct them to somebody who you think can give out really good advice. I think I've talked about this one long enough, but that's just kind of the thing, I really want to say that. That's pretty much all of the tips and tricks and advice that I can think of. I hope this video isn't too long for you. I know I'm past 20 minutes recording now. I'm sorry if it's a little bit too long. One thing I do want to do is that if you have a channel for Assassin's Creed, posting either the single player or the multiplayer or whatever, just something that has to do with the Assassin's Creed community. You're just starting out. I'm not going to give a certain number of subs that you can't have over or anything, but if you feel, you're just starting out, you think that you really want to get a good start in your viewership, and subscriber base, leave me a link in the comments section below or in a private message if you prefer. The way that you can do that on YouTube is copy the portion that starts after the www.youtube.com. It's slash, and then it has all that stuff. Copy and paste the slash downward or the slash forward, whatever you want to say. That's kind of the way to copy and paste, to pass around URLs on YouTube, because YouTube does not let you post entire URLs. So do that in the comments section, or as a PM, or if you'd prefer to send it to me on my Facebook or Twitter accounts, you can do that too. Just as long as you feel comfortable giving me that URL to your channel, I'm going to put it in the description below this video here, and I encourage everybody who's watching this video right now to check out that description. And I'm going to check out the channels just to make sure that there's no spam or anything like that. That they're legit channels, so you don't have to worry about falling for any spam or anything like that, or ending up at a Call of Duty channel, because God knows those need more views. Jeez. No, I want to help out fellow Assassin's Creed fans. So definitely do that. If you're already a big YouTuber, you don't have to worry about any of that. Please do just take the time to glance at a couple of the channels. Maybe watch a few of their videos, like a few of them. It does help. It really does. I remember when, it wasn't that long ago, but when Escoblades liked one of my videos, I got like fucking 10 subs that day, you know? I mean, I'm not saying like me helping your video is going to, or liking your video is going to do that for you, but it can help. I mean, even if a couple people look at it, that's a couple people who weren't subscribed before. And that's a couple people who can pass on your channel to somebody else. And I know I pass on good channels to my friends. I absolutely do. And I'm not lying about that at all. I do pass on good channels to my friends. I have posted links to other people's videos on my Facebook and Twitter accounts, trying to get them out there a little bit more. So don't, think for a second that it's not going to help, because it can. It definitely can. So again, also you can do like what I've done before. You can post any of your videos, any of your Assassin's Creed videos, as a video response to any of my Assassin's Creed related videos. And first off, you get them, your video appears in the space below my video, so right there you got a little bit of publicity. But also I will take some of those videos, the ones I like most, and I will include them as guest clips on my my own commentaries that I do. And I probably do one or so. I think right now I'm averaging about one commentary a week. If I feel particularly productive, then it's 2. But on each of those commentaries now I am including an annotation to a guest clip. And those videos are something, those just aren't necessarily any videos. Although I do only do one for each commentary, so don't think if I don't pick yours that, oh my god, I hate your video. That's not true. But I do pick videos that I particularly like. And it can be, like I said, it can be a montage, it can be commentary, it can be a glitch, anything like that. I am kind of partial to funny glitches, just saying. But, you don't always come across those, or you can't help it when you come across those. So anything that I particularly like, anything I think is fun or interesting or unique or special in some way, I'd like to share that with people. So that's why I'm doing the guest clips now. That can help. I don't think there's really anything left I need to say. This commentary is inching closer and closer to half an hour, and I really don't want to hit that mark. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please pass it on. Maybe there's somebody you think out there who could use some advice on how to start their own channels. I'm available to answer questions. I really am. If I don't get to you right away, it's just because I'm working. It's because, maybe I'm editing a video or something like that. But don't be shy about posting questions that you might have. Please try not to make them questions that I've already answered in here, because in that case I might not answer them because I don't have a lot of time to do that. But if you paid attention to the video, if you have any questions after that, feel free to private message me or post a comment. Even if I don't reply to you, somebody else in the comment section might, so feel free to skim through the comments, see if somebody has a question that you could answer. Maybe it's a question about editing in Vegas or something like that, something that's related to making your videos. And I hope that somebody out there gets helped by this, even if one person, comes out with, who feels that, they have been helped, that makes me happy. Please let me know if that's you. Please let me know if I've helped you in any way. Of course, because, I'm talking about advice and getting your commentaries out there, I have to include, please do subscribe or add my video to your favorites. That would be much, much, much appreciated. Feel free to visit my Facebook channel, or my see, it's a long day. My Facebook, which is RudeOnion, or my Twitter, which is also RudeOnion. I know, it's incredible. I'm going to stop this before it gets to half an hour. I guess that's pretty much it. I hope you all have a great day or a great night, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you around. Goodbye.
Your team has won.